Here, I am here to talk on Friends. Hey guys, welcome to a video. A short little piece about connections. Things I've been thinking on lately is the people I know, don't really know, but am thankful, grateful really, to have known. Barely, really. Like, across the globe, people will see this who I've never met. And some of those people I can actually call my friends. A little quick thing about the Palooza, the collab video, is I was very surprised to the amount of people who got in contact with me on Discord. And it's come along pretty well. And I'm so hyped to see where it goes. And there's 2 more spots remaining. If you want to know more information about that, then watch that editing video about it. Which I find to be a little ironic, because this year I'm probably not going to be putting too much editing into my videos. But it is still something I'm very passionate about, video editing. But when you come to these videos, like, throughout the year, you probably just won't be seeing too much video editing, and I would love to give you guys that kind of inspiration where you would be able to see that kind of stuff from the person that you're doing your creative edits towards. But there's lots of inspiration out there. Take from anything that you ever have found to be something you want to draw from. And then you're in cahoots. You just parody something, and at the same time you're creating something. I wanted to speak on Friends today because I've been thinking about years previous. 3 years ago specifically, I didn't have many friends, or the ones that I did have friends with, it was weird. I can look back and I can see that, like, there was probably good times being had, but it felt like I only had been speaking to, like, people once per month. And it's just different than before, where I feel like there's communication and there's connection and such like. And I also think on to the future to who knows how that's gonna bend and how long some of these friends will go for. Because I know sometimes it's fickle, like, you'll have a friend for years and then someday you just kind of stop speaking. It could be out of nowhere, and it could just be over time. Some of my bestest friends, we used to communicate daily, and lately I just wonder what they're even up to. If they still do what they used to love. But you know how it is. We just kind of get busy. We get wrapped up in our things, and you just kind of hope that your old friends are doing fine. I want to tell you a story about one friendship I had. My next door neighbor, who I was friends with for forever, around the ages of 4 to like 6. I don't remember because I was just that young. We would hang out like all the time because it was like the closest person ever. I recall even having ice cream in their basement. It was just like really nice to think back to that, and kind of something I don't really even remember how many times we did that, or like what we even spoke about, but I just remember that. And I might be fabricating a little bit of that because it happens, but from what really even happened, I just remember it being nice. But I think back to like being in the basement, like I don't remember how many lights were on or what time of day it was. Years had went on and something happened and we stopped being friends. There was a fence built between our yard, and between the family it became something. And one day those neighbors were out of town for 2 days, and I made myself go on top of their garage. It was like such a stable garage that you can just lay upon it. I don't know if I was the first one to do it, but then other neighborhood peeps were around and also came on board. And then there was this one who was on top of it this following day, and he was like the king. And he was introduced to me as their neighbor, the person who kind of found the spot. And then him and I became good friends for a few years. So even though the neighbor and I are no longer friends, I've gained a new friend, but I don't speak to that other person either. It was a nice spot though. That little area on top of the garage, like 100 feet from the community center. A place in the area to be outdoors and to eat candy and to really just kids being kids, kind of thing. I think back to that in that kind of fond way. We're just like laying on the roof and speaking our minds, like kind of knowing that we couldn't be up there. And as we tried going up there a few weeks later, we'd kind of be shouted to get down. I don't really have much. Like, I doubt my own voice sometimes, so I thought the best I can do this week with a video was just talk about friendships. Even if they end, or they aren't the best stories, or don't last long. There are many other more important things to be talking about around the world at this moment. But I hope for you guys to just come to these videos and find something silly I can wave my hand into a new thing to be talking about. But I think keeping my steps in these kind of grounds would be probably the best way forward. And I think in the following video, I'll talk a little bit more about my voice. It's a bit more of like a literal sense of it, but you know, that's all I really have for y'all. I enjoyed playing this little Sea of Thieves knockoff. I mean, I just kind of use it as a screensaver. And yeah, this is live commentary. But when? When is now? You take care. And, even though I don't really know you, hope you enjoyed what I had to say to you. And if this broke some friendships, then oh well. But I love you. I don't know you. But always, take care. And steer towards the greatness.